Oh my goodness, a lot of people here already. Welcome. Let me just see who's here. Thea, Shuggy, Nora, Julie. I think that's Dolores and Eva. Welcome. Let's, um, sorry, just want to make sure you can see me. Good morning. So we are not doing anything crazy today. We're just going to have fun. I asked a few of you for information um, regarding um, what kind of equipment you have at home. I've heard from a few of you, and I met Julian in person yesterday. So once I hear from the rest of you, maybe we can use that to advance what we are doing. So far, it looks like people only have one set of dumbbells. I was hoping you would have two. Don't run out and buy any. If you buy anything, I would say if you want to get new dumbbells, heavier ones, go ahead, but let's talk about this afterwards. So we're going to get started. Let me just get my watch all set up here. And let's have fun like we usually do. So stand up nice and tall, lean your head forward, and just bring your chin up. So your head is sort of like an angle, stretching lightly. I'm changing my neck stretches a little bit at times. And we're not holding each stretch for a long time, just a little bit. And look up, and we're going to look left to right. And shoulder rolls back, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, rolling it back. And arm circles, modify at shoulder height if you have pain or discomfort in your shoulders. And switch to the other direction. And swing your arm around your body. Get some movement in your torso. And let's do hip circles, 5 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to do heel taps to the front, pressing your arms out. We're going to move in every direction in this little portion here. And then we're going to switch this to kickbacks. Bring in your heels towards your glutes. Row your arms. And then skaters, one leg behind the other on a diagonal. We're moving backwards on a diagonal. Your arms are moving. And then we're just going to step forward on a diagonal. Let me move back a little bit. It's important to be comfortable moving in every direction when we're out there in the world. And now just side steps. Start with your feet together and just step to one side, bring that leg back and step to the other side. Bring your arms up. And I've added a little bit of hip mobility work. Not counting these, do as many as is comfortable for you. So just bring your leg up, rotate it out and around just a few times. And switch to the other direction. And we're going to switch to the other leg. Just rotate it out, holding on to the chair, counter, table, wall, whatever you have. And switch to the other direction. We're going to do 5 calf raises, holding on if you need to, just rolling up on your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and just march it out. Excuse me. And let's make these marches a little bit bigger. Bring your opposite hand to knee. Bring in a little bit of coordination. And bringing your leg up as high as you can safely. Okay, and we're going to do our little neck mobility work. So keeping your shoulders still. We're just going to bring our chin in, give ourselves a double chin for 10 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our posture check. And then we'll sit. So standing up nice and tall, plumb line pulling you up, one hand behind the head, the other on your chin. Your chin is parallel to the ground. You're not pushing it up or down. Keep it parallel. Pushing your chin straight back into the other hand. Now your head is sitting nicely on your shoulder, your ear over your shoulder, shoulder over your hip, hip over your knee, knee over your ankle. Bring your belly button in towards your spine, slight hip tilt forward, relax shoulders, and your shoulder blades are pointing towards your back pocket. So I say this every week, but I want it to stick with you. When you're sitting, you're still sitting upright, using all of those cues that we just talked about. Sitting up, keeping your shoulders in, belly button in, your shoulders down and relaxed. And let's do foot and ankle work. So I can't see what you guys are doing. I want to make sure you're not just doing this. You're articulating at the ankle. You're pointing and flexing at the ankle, not just moving your leg up and down. So point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle out for 10, circle in, or the opposite way of what you just did for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. People are right outside the door talking, even though there's a sign that says do not disturb, and they kind of pull my attention away from you guys. Try not to let that happen. So we're going to do 5 regular sit to stand, using your arms however you need to, pushing off the chair, up and down, crossing across your chest, straight ahead, just 5. Find a focal point so that your head stays up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to do 10 standing up. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do 5 standing up and then 5 getting up and walking around something and sitting down. I've forgotten those. So we're going to get up really fast for 5 and sit really fast for you. This is 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to put a weight in front. I'll move back a little bit so I have a little bit of room. We're going to get up fast. I want you to be able to see that. And I'm going to walk around, sit down. And each time I'm going to go in a different direction around the weight. So get up fast, walk. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I didn't sit for the last one, but you kind of get what I'm doing. Sorry, I neglected to get one thing, so give me a second. TheraBand. So we're gonna do our squats, and I'm gonna move up front a little bit. Our squats and our chest press. So we're gonna do our chest press stand, and you could do it seated. I'm gonna give you the option to sit or stand. If you're standing, I want you to stand up with your knees slightly bent so that you're not doing it like this with your legs, knees hyperextended. Keeps your torso upright. So you could do it seated, that will take care of that issue. And I'm gonna put it over my arm. You could do it under your arm. Just make sure you have enough tautness on your band that you're really getting a good workout. We're gonna do 10 reps. So standing up nice and tall, core engaged, except for your knees slightly bent, push forward and bring your elbows back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And my in-person class, we've been working on using heavier weights for certain exercises. So I didn't get a second set of weight today because I know most of you guys don't have a second set. But if you, next week I'll do a little bit heavier than what I normally have and show you what I mean. So certain exercises that you do can warrant heavier weights, make you work a little bit harder. And squats is are one of the exercises that you can hold on to heavier weights. So I'm using my regular weights. You use your regular weights. You're going to be shoulder width or wider, your feet, and you're going to hinge your hips back as if you're sitting. That's the first thing that moves. Find a focal point, keep your eyes on it so you're not bending forward, and we're going to do 10 reps. So 1, go as low as it's comfortable, stand, push through your heels, contract your glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you notice that I have a sleeve on my knee because I'm having some knee trouble. I'm old and I'm getting old and I have arthritis. However, since I'm doing that squat correctly, I'm not really having any discomfort or pain in that knee. So a lot of people, when they feel pain or discomfort, this is just plain old arthritis. If you're doing things correctly, it should help you and not make it worse. So let's do our last set of chest press. Slight bend at your knee. Push forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of squats. So bend at the knee, bend at the hip, arms down. You're not bending all the way over. You're just about 45-ish degrees. Your belly button pulled in. Your shoulders are not up. They're nice and relaxed. Pull your elbows straight up and squeeze together. Your elbows are close to your body. They're not out here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And just a little, make sure when you're pulling it up that you're not doing this and bending your wrist. Keep your wrists nice and straight. See how nice and straight my wrists are? So with this, we're going to do single leg deadlift. And I think I can actually hold both weights in my arm, in my hand. And if you want to challenge yourself, so you're doing nothing with this weight. I know some people feel like they have to move it. You're not moving it. So it's not working any other part of your muscle. All it's doing is adding extra resistance to your body, making your body work a little bit harder. So we're going to do 10 leg extensions. Single leg deadlifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side and let's do the second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our second set of bent over rows. So stand up nice and tall, bend your knees, bend at the hip, arms down in front, row up. 1, keep your head in line with your spine. 2, look forward on a diagonal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of single leg deadlifts. Stand up nice and tall, holding onto the chair for stability. And 1, 2, 3, some people can't read. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Some man just came up to the window and stared at me for about 10 seconds, even though there's a sign there not to do that. So let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're moving on. Oh, let's take a quick break and I can check it. I lost my water bottle. Who knows where it is? So I want you to get water, however. And how is everyone? Let's see, I got one note. Sorry we sent at the end of class. Okay, great, no problem. Let's move on. I wish I had my water bottle. I think I know where it is. It's not in this room, unfortunately. So, I've been forgetting one major exercise, not only in this class, but in my in-person class for the past couple of weeks. I think since my knee's bothering me, I kind of just forgotten about, which is kind of not smart on my part to forget about doing some leg extensions, but I have. So anyway, let's do them today. So sitting up nice and tall, one leg out, your foot is flexed. We're going to do 10 reps per side. You're going to bring your leg up. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. And do the other side. Make sure your foot, hopefully you can see it, really flex. You don't want it hanging out there. With the flexion, you're really contracting the muscles, especially your quads, especially the ones above your knee. So sit up tall. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. And we're going to do bicep curls and overhead press. So if you have shoulder issues and you feel any pain or discomfort, you're not doing the overhead part. What you're going to do is do bicep curls. And then the second set, you're going to do external rotations for your shoulder or lateral raise. I like these because it adds an element, some cognition that we have to pay attention to what our lower body is doing and what our upper body is doing. So if you're going to do the bicep curls and overhead press, you're going to curl up, turn your hands around, and press up. Notice I'm not pulling my shoulders up with me. I'm just pressing up. And then you're marching at the same time, nice and slow. Take your time getting used to it. So 1, I have to really think about what I'm doing with this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should feel your heart rate go up with that. And let's do our second set of leg extension. So one leg out, your foot is really flexed. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. And switch to the other leg. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. And 10, 2, 3. Now, if you only did bicep curls, switch to either lateral raises or external rotations or opposite. So last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we are moving on. We're going to do calf raises and heel rocks. Holding on lightly to the chair, rolling up on your toes and rocking back on your heels. Working your calves, shins, your anterior tibialis, your ankles, and your feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And supersetting this with tricep kickbacks. So bend at the knee, arms up. Your elbows are going to stay close to you. Same thing as in bent over rows. You're not bending your elbows. Your elbow is a fulcrum or a lever, so it's not moving around. It stays right there. Bend, belly button pulled in, neutral spine. Extend back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of calf raises and heel rocks. Holding on lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of triceps. So bend at the knee, bend at the hip, arms up, extend back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we are done with the weights today. We're going to do some lateral steps for our medial glute. So grab your TheraBand. You're going to tie it around your leg right above your knee. I'm doubling it so that I have a lot of tension on it, but still enough to move aside and really feel my hip muscles, my medial glute, piriformis, all of those muscles. So in my in-person class, we have the room to move laterally 10 steps and then 10 steps the other way, but we don't here. So you're going to be bent slightly at your hip, slightly at your knee. Keep your toes in line. And I actually want you to look down at your feet to make sure that you're staying in line as we move and that you're not doing this all over the place. So 10, we'll take a quick break and do one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's give ourselves a little break. And we're going to do 10 more. And do the sideways this time. So start with your feet hip width apart or a little narrower. And 1, 2, look at your feet to make sure you're even. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now I can untie my band. So remember to take a break anytime you need to. We're going to do some walks. Let me get ready for that. Take a quick water break if you need to. By the way, when we take a break, since our heart rate may be up, unless we're doing another exercise sitting, I don't really want you to sit when we're taking a break. So we're going to do 10 walks today. 5 forward, 5 back. I don't need to be that far back. So heel toe, or space between your heel and your toe. Or if both of those are hard, heel and arch of your other foot. That's a very safe tandem walk. You have both feet together like that. It gives you a lot of ground support. So looking straight ahead, never looking down at the ground next to a wall or counter so you can hold on if you need to, and not looking at your feet. Let's do 5 forward and 5 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's do this with a high knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And today we're going to, instead of, after we've done our core, we've been doing our tandem stance, moving our head side to side. We're just going to do walks today, moving our head side to side. I'm going to start back here. So I have, okay, before I disappear, and walking slowly next to the wall, next to a wall or counter in case you need to hold on. Just moving your head slowly side to side. I'm not counting. Great balance exercise. And let's go backwards. I actually don't feel, we've been doing this a couple of years now. I don't feel that instability, dizziness, or whatever that you normally feel when you start off. So we're going to do 4 now. Let's start. Oh, actually, we are going to did this in class yesterday. So we're going to do like a farmer's carry, but we're going to do it stationary, holding on to your weights. So this is where heavier weights are really helpful. You're not only building core strength, you're getting some cardio and aerobic work with this, and you are building forearm strength, which helps with grip strength, which we lose grip strength as we age. So when I do these on my own, I do use fairly heavy weights. You know, I am shaken. So we're going to do 30 seconds. What I want you to do is march. Try to get your knees up to hip height. Next to a wall or counter if that's difficult for you, so you can just even lean back if you stumble a little bit. And what I want to do, I can't hear what you're doing, but I don't want to, you're controlling your steps so you don't hear anything on the floor. That's a great way that your core is working, your balance is working. So we're going to do 30 seconds. Just wait till it gets to the next number, and we're going to start now. Make sure you're breathing, you're not holding your breath, standing up tall. A lot of control stepping so you're not banging your foot on the ground. We have 10 seconds left. This is also a core exercise. It's like a stand-in plank. And that was 30. Over the next few weeks, we're going to build up to 45 seconds. So let's do a stand-in wood chopper. So feet are staggered. I'm going to start over the front leg. By your ear, keeping your core engaged, your belly button pulled in, roll forward, rolled around to the other hip. That's 1 and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch to the other side. Start over the opposite shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's it. We're going to put the ball between our knees, arms hanging at the side. We're just doing 10 reps. You're going to push in and pull your belly button in at the same time. You're breathing the entire time. So we're going to start with an inhale and exhale, push in, pull your belly button in, sitting up tall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we did a stand-in rotation with the wood choppers. Now we're just going to do a bend to the side. For this, you keep pressure on the ball the entire time, so you get some inner thigh work. It's just try to remember. I'll try to remind you because sometimes you forget and it's loose. So keep pressure on the ball, and we're just going to bend to the side for 10. You're bending at the waist. You're not just pushing your shoulder down. Your shoulder is really not moving at all. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And over to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to do one more set. Normally we would do 2 sets of these, where the first one we'd roll back, and then the second set we'd roll forward. What we're going to do today is combine both. So I'm just going to let my arms hang down, keeping your core engaged. Your head is going to move with your shoulders. You're not going to leave your head and move back, and your head is not in line with your shoulder, or sitting nicely on your shoulder. So start, your core is engaged, and you're just rolling back and rolling forward from your shoulder blades, not your waist. That's 1, 2, it's a very subtle movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we haven't done our Leaning Tower of Pisa in a long time. Let's do it today. So both feet together, nice and even, standing up nice and tall. You're going to engage your glutes and engage your quads by pulling your quads up from your knee. Your belly button's in, and we're going to lean forward. And you're not leaning forward, just lean it. You're not just bending forward. Your entire body leans forward, one straight line. So you're in a plank position. Your heels are going to want to pull off the ground. You're close to a wall, so you could hold on. And you're going to go as far as it's comfortable. We're going to do a 10 count. So push your heels on the floor. They want to pick up, so keep them on the floor. So just lean forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's an isometric hold, and you should feel your muscles tightening up. You already started tightening your muscles up, your glutes, your belly button, your quads, and it should tighten up more as we do this. So let's do one more. So start off, everything nice and tight. Keep your body nice and straight and lean forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to do single leg stance. We're going to do a 12 count, if I can count correctly. Kickstand up and down, or you could hold your kickstand for a little bit and then down, or just your kickstand on the ground. Remember, if both feet are not flat, you're not stable, so you're not losing anything by just doing a kickstand. You're being safe. So I'm going to start with the other leg up. So we're going to start at 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And switch to the other leg. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to build that up to 20 seconds or 20 counts. So let's stretch. Just sitting up. You're still paying attention. We did a lot of work on your posture, your core, and we want to maintain that in our stretch and in our life. So let's think about that. So one leg out, your foot is flexed. You're going to lean forward. And I'm leaning forward from my hip, and my back is still nice and neutral. I'm grabbing my toe because I can reach it. Freakishly long arms, my daughter and I, getting a calf stretch and a hamstring stretch. I'm talking a lot, but take nice deep breaths with each hold. And switch sides. So now we're going to stretch our hips, cross over, sitting up tall, pull gently on the outside of your knee for a stretch from the side of your hip all the way down to your knee. And switch to figure four, push gently on the inside of your knee and lean forward. And switch to a hip stretch. And figure four. And let's do lower back stretch. So your legs are nice and wide. I'm doing this sideways so you could see that I'm not rounding my back as I go forward. I'm keeping my back nice and neutral. I'm going as far as I can. My arms do touch the ground. We've talked about why. And you should feel a nice gentle stretch in your lower back. Don't round your back. We can round it at times for particular exercise, but for this, let's keep our spine safe. And then move both hands over to one foot so that stretches on the side of your lower back. And that feels good for me right now. And switch over to the other side. I'm going to do a seated hip flexor. You can do a standing one. I'm crossing one leg over the front, holding on to the back of the chair. I'm going to have my knee at either 90 degrees here, my back leg, or I could stretch that leg out a little bit. I'm just trying to tilt my hip forward a little bit and hold that. Nice stretch in the front of your hip down into your quads. And over to the other side. Hopefully you have learned these stretches really well. And if you need to do them at the end of throughout the day, you are doing them. I do them at home and at here when I need to, especially this one. And also my favorite stretch. Hands on the seat of the chair, feet under your hips. So now just push your hips away for a nice posterior stretch. And roll up, arms out to the side. Bring your arms behind you. Get a nice stretch in front of your chest and your shoulders. Moving your head gently, left to right. Your shoulders are down. Don't bring them up here. And arm circles. And switch direction. And thank you guys so much for coming today. Let's see. Great, Joe and Judy. All right. So if I'm just going to give you my Y email again, if you want to send a note for those of you who haven't about what information you have, it's J Campbell, as in soup. So it's JCAMPBELL at ymcanyc.org. J Campbell at ymcanyc.org. So have a great weekend, everyone, and I will see you all next week. Take care.